Hi guys, welcome to Mother Moon Tarot. This is going to be the July reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So welcome. If you're returning, thank you very much. So guys, before we get into the cards, quick few things. We have Cancer season coming and starting on the 2nd of July. So a couple of days from now. Cancer season, there's a few themes here. So we have a lot to do and a lot of focus with regards to home, family, friends that we call our family, you know, those sort of environments and connections. So there's a focus on that. For all signs, this is across the board. Okay, so there's a focus on home, family and friends and your home environment. There's also a focus in Cancer season for nurturing thyself. Okay, so nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, making sure you got enough energies, making sure you're, you know, filling your own cup up before you fill up others. Okay, then coming in with that kind of energy and along the lines of nurturing this, you know, yourself, there is a focus on both, you know, reassessing and taking another look at, you know, your goals and reassessing those for yourself, adjusting those to see how it fits for you better now, you know, to be able to move forward, you know, into the future. The other thing then is that there's a focus with Cancer season on, you know, shedding old insecurities, okay? Old things, you know, that don't serve you, to do with like ways that you maybe thought about yourself in terms of, you know, how you didn't like certain you know, maybe you had a low self-confidence, or you didn't like a certain thing about the way that you looked, or, you know, those sorts of things. You didn't like a certain trait from your character, you know, the way your personality or your character was. So it's about kind of shedding the old skin, okay? So you're shedding an old skin of insecurity, and you're really kind of, you know, taking time to nurture yourself, fill up your own cup, reassess your goals, and, you know, strengthen the bonds and the relationships that you have with yourself, and also then your friends, your family, and your home environment. Okay, so that's kind of Cancer season in a nutshell. The other thing that we have then is that we have two things. First of all, we got Mercury retrograde this month. Yay, woohoo, Mercury retrograde. So there will be, or can be with Mercury retrograde, a shadow period, you know, with from a week up to a couple of days beforehand and after. Okay, so just be mindful and careful about how you navigate certain situations during that time. Okay, it happens on the 8th of July, so it's already kind of a shadow period at the moment, coming into the start of July. Okay, so you might have issues to do with setbacks, you know, things not going exactly how you wanted to go to plan, you know, delays with certain things. You could have problems with technology, issues with, you know, if you sign contracts and things then not being what they seemed later on. You know, so there's a lot of kind of trickstery kind of energy, and yeah, delays, setbacks, issues kind of coming up out of the woodwork. You know, people kind of coming out of the woodwork as well, that you thought kind of gone and left your life. So lots of little things like that. So just be mindful and careful about how you navigate that energy, because it can be a little bit tricky. Okay. Now, in terms of the readings that I've been doing, there has been a lot of kind of a theme so far from the signs that I've done of almost like a kind of trickier kind of energy to navigate towards the start of the month, which makes sense with Mercury being retrograde, and then kind of a lot of releasing and a lot of kind of more positive energy coming in towards the end of the month. So, you know, there's a good balance there in that kind of theme that's kind of going on. But anyway, let's see what kind of comes out in the cards for you. So as always, I was meditating on your energy before I came on camera, and the message I got for you guys, Capricorn, was, funnily enough, I had a little bit of trouble kind of tuning in with yours. It took me a little bit longer to tune in with yours this month, and I feel like the reason why is because there was the kind of the feeling that it wasn't a message as such, it was more of a feeling that I got for you, was that there's almost like a resistance from you to change this month. It's almost like there's slight fearful kind of energy from you of this kind of change, or allowing this change to happen naturally, okay, this month. So don't be resistant to change this month, because that's only going to set you back, okay? It's only going to bring you more problems or more issues further down the line. So allow yourself to, yes, feel that fear, okay? Be aware of it, allow that to happen, but then let it go, okay? Release it, let it go, and let the change or the new kind of situations or the releasing to happen, okay, and go more with the flow. Let it happen naturally, because if you do that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to navigate this month, but also it's going to be easier for you to kind of allow for these changes to be able to take place, and that's going to take you to a better place rather than if you resist it and get further problems down the line, okay? So that's the feeling I was getting for you, okay? So let's have a little look at the cards. So, okay, what does Capricorn need to know for July, please? What does Capricorn need to know for July? What does Capricorn need to know? Okay. Okay, what does Capricorn need to know for July, please? What does Capricorn need to know for July? What does Capricorn... Okay. Yeah. Sorry guys, my camera fell. I'm gonna keep it going though, because I've already started the reading and we're already halfway through. So let's have a little look. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna reposition the camera. Okay, we're good to go again. Sorry about that. Okay, so you see, if you resist change and you don't let yourself go with the flow, things are gonna end up falling backwards on top of yourself, okay? Let's heed that. All right, cool. So, as always guys, I'm just going to take a moment to take a look at the cards. You don't have to wait for me. You can run on ahead and skip through until I start the reading properly, but give me a few minutes to tune in. So, okay, yep. Okay, so start of the month for you guys, Knight of Swords in reverse, okay? So there is, the feeling I'm getting is that there's a want for you to be able to move on and rush on ahead, okay? You're wanting to move forward with things, you're wanting things to move forward quickly for yourself, okay? You want to charge on ahead with something that you have in mind in terms of a situation. However, the energies at the start of the month are urging you to slow down, okay? And the reason I say that is because it is in reverse, okay? So usually this knight would be very fast, charging on ahead, sometimes without thinking. However, it is swords and logic, okay? So he's taken time to think. Sometimes he hasn't thought about things properly in terms of thinking and putting things into a logical perspective for himself before he goes charging on ahead, okay? So there's a need for you to kind of slow down at the start of this month, okay? So that you don't go charging on ahead a bit like a fool and then you know, get mixed up in something that doesn't serve you well then later, okay? So don't charge on ahead too quickly at the start of the month. Take the time to slow down at the start of the month, okay? And think about things properly and logically before you rush on ahead with things, because with that Mercury retrograde energy being present as well at the start of the month, I feel like that could, like I said, have setbacks for you if you rush on ahead, okay? So don't rush on ahead too quickly this month, at the start of the month, okay? The reason I said as well is because it's, you know, it's saying here, you know, the next card you had out was the Eight of Pentacles, and that is all about, you know, putting in hard work, you know, putting in the day-to-day grind, you know, you can see he's done each one of these Eight Pentacles, okay? And he's just doing that kind of last one, okay? So he's really working hard day to day on, you know, day after day, you know, working hard on these pentacles, and they're starting to build up for him, okay? So don't rush on ahead, because that could disrupt the hard-working energy that you, and all the hard work that you've put in so far, okay? Take time to really kind of slow down this month and work at a slower pace. You know, it's not that quantity is, you know, you shouldn't favor quantity, okay, over quality, okay? That's kind of what I'm trying to say. So don't rush on ahead and try and get things done as quick as possible to kind of, you know, earn as much as you can, or to kind of get the best, you know, the best kind of possible outcome from a situation by rushing on ahead. It's saying take time to relax, take things slower. And because you're taking things slower and you're focusing and you're working hard, you know, and paying attention to the details, it's like you're going to get more of a quality result from the end situation, okay? So that's what I feel like that is, okay? So don't rush on ahead too quickly this month, okay? The next card you had out then was the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So I definitely feel like, yeah, these three cards, they go with each other, okay? So it's like it's like if you rush on ahead and you don't take the time to put the quality into the work, or take a look at the finer details and do things at a slower pace so that you get the quality out of it, it's like you're not going to have all these, in the upright, it would talk of, looking at all these things that you've worked hard for, and then seeing that there's one kind of pentacle that, you want, that you still want to try and get, okay? But, in the reverse, it kind of speaks of, you not having all of these things built up because you've rushed on ahead and you haven't put the time and the effort in to really think about how you wanted the result to be and how you wanted to be able to kind of look at all these things before, trying to find that one last pentacle, okay? So don't be, it's definitely a message and a warning to do with don't be rushing on ahead, because if you do rush on ahead, you're not going to get the quality result that you want. You're going to end up with something that's not what you wanted, okay? And that's definitely Mercury retrograde energy there, okay? So that's the situation. Now, earlier I spoke to you about the theme for you that I felt in the pre-meditation session, whereby you were almost kind of resistant to change, okay? Now, the reason I say that is because you got the Four of Swords in reverse, okay? Now, usually the Four of Swords, when it's in the upright, it would speak to, having a lot of kind of taking time to, sleep on issues, burdens, kind of analyzing certain situations, thoughts, logic, and really evaluating all those things kind of come before this, and then kind of letting that kind of go, sleeping on that energy and then letting it go before then moving forward into your next kind of battle, okay? Now, it being in the reverse, I kind of feel like the energy, the intuitive message that I'm getting from this card is almost like if you don't take the time to do that this month, at the start of the month, to slow down at the start of the month with your thoughts and your logic and really take time to sleep on them, analyze them, process them properly. Think about what, those issues that have kind of come beforehand, like those situations that have kind of come beforehand where you felt all this kind of pain, this mental anguish, this, these situations. You really need to take time to look at them, okay, and really analyze them for yourself, and almost like the themes of the kind of Cancer season, where it's, it's, taking a look at that pain in those situations that may have, kind of given you insecurities or made you feel insecure, and shedding those, okay, allowing those to kind of dissipate. It's about, nurturing yourself by processing thoughts and logic and pain and issues that have kind of come beforehand in the proper way, by really kind of taking time to analyze them for yourself, instead of rushing on ahead and trying to cover things up, because covering things up only leads to further problems down the line, okay? So yeah, there's definitely a need for you to take time yourself this month, at the start of the month, to really process and analyze your thoughts and your logic on certain situations that have kind of happened in the past. Because if you don't, you're going to leave yourself in a worse situation because you've rushed on ahead and tried to cover things up later on down the line, okay? If you don't take the time to do this, okay, the next card you had out was the Ace of Wands. That is about action and positive, abundant action kind of coming in into your life, okay? But I feel like if you don't allow yourself to do this, to process this isn't going to happen for you, okay? That's going to become stagnant. And that new kind of passionate action movement forward and abundance that's coming for you and that's available to you isn't going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen because you've charged on ahead. Okay, you've charged on ahead, you've tried to cover up how you've been feeling about the past situations, you haven't processed them properly, and then you end up with your Seven of Pentacles in reverse, whereby you haven't been able to build up all these kind of things that you wanted in your life because you rushed on ahead, and that Ace of Wands then isn't coming in, okay? So definitely take time to process this at the start of the month. Another reason why I say that is because you have the Moon card come up, and the Moon card is definitely a card of taking time within. Taking time to, look within, really connect with your intuition. The Moon is all about intuition, about nighttime, okay? So taking time to go within, really assess your thoughts and your logic on situations, connect with your intuition, okay? your emotions, your feelings. The moon is a water card, okay, so it's associated with, you know, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Pisces especially, you know, and it is a water season, okay. It's Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, so definitely connecting with your intuition, okay. Allowing yourself to process the thoughts and logic on these past situations. I feel like for a lot of you, these have been very heavy, burdensome energies. Like this, like I'm talking now, this isn't going to be for everyone, okay? This is going to be for a select group of you, but I really feel like these burdens that you're having to process at the start of the month were very heavy. You know, some of you could have been dealing a lot with like depression, okay? You could have had a death in the family, okay? You could have had to have dealt with the passing of a friend, or, you know, even something to do with like an accident or something like that. You've had, you know, an accident or like a health issue or something like that. I really feel like it was something quite heavy, so it's very hard for you to release it, and I understand why you would want to, you know, rush on ahead with things, or maybe try and cover things up if you haven't had time to process how you felt, or your thoughts on the situations. You know, that can be something that's very easily done, is covering things up so you don't have to deal with things, okay? But like I said, that's not going to serve you well this month if you don't release it, okay? The Cancer season is very much about releasing things, especially with these eclipses, okay? We have eclipses this month that mirror the eclipses that happened in January, okay? So there's a lot of releasing, okay? A lot of releasing this month. And if you don't take the time to do it this month, it's only going to block up the energies that are coming towards you, and you're not going to have that positive kind of energy later on down the line, okay? So like I said, make sure you don't cover up you know, processing these situations for yourself, okay? Like I said, take the time to go within and connect with your intuition, you know, with that kind of that water energy. Water energy is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, and they're very much to do with feelings and emotions, okay? So taking time to connect with your feelings and your emotions on how you feel about these situations, okay, or did in the past, and being able to release that, okay? Because when you release that, that's going to allow that Ace of Wands there to come in, okay? So that kind of action and that movement forward, that you look at that, that's like the hand of God, is what they say, or the hand of the divine, kind of coming in with this kind of rush and this surgent of action and passion to be able to kind of move forward. So when you do connect with your intuition and really take the time to think about these things, it's almost like this kind of rushes in and goes, okay, it's clicked in my mind now, okay? I'm ready to let all that go. I'm ready to shed all my insecurities. I'm ready to shed the pain and the problems that I went through. I'm ready to shed, you know, all this shit that I've been kind of going through. And I'm really just going to allow myself to just go with the flow. I'm going to look at things from a new perspective, and I'm just going to allow myself to kind of take action and move forward at the right pace for me, okay? So I want the quality. I want the quality, not the quantity, okay? That's the main thing. It's like you want the quality of life, not the quantity that you can kind of pack into kind of one moment, okay? That's what it is. And what I really love about the end card that you had come out here, because this was your end card, okay? So making sure you connect with your intuition, that is very important. That's almost like the key card for this entire reading for me, is this one, okay? But what came out along with this one, and I did choose to take it, was the Fool. Okay, so the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith into the unknown. Yes, there may be fears, there may be uncertainty, there may be, you know, worries about what will happen down the line, but it's the Fool is all about, standing on the edge of that cliff and jumping off, as in like, you know, taking that leap of faith into something that you're not 100% sure about, and it paying off, okay? So if you're taking time to connect with your intuition this month, that's really going to serve you well, because you are going to feel then like you have the courage it takes to take that leap of faith and just go with the flow of those energies, rather than, you know, rushing into things, trying to cover things up, not processing things, and then it basically bunging up your energy then for later on down the line. Okay, so yeah, definitely important to go within this month and really take time to analyze things for yourself. Nurture yourself, get rid of those old insecurities, reassess your goals, your orientation, and move forward then with clarity, and knowing that you have this kind of abundance that is there for the taking for you if you take that leap of faith by going within and connecting with your intuition, okay? The underlying energies that you had at the bottom of the deck, beautiful, let me just say, okay? So you had the Six of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Sorry, I held that wrong. Came up in the upright. So victory, reconciliation. So you might be reconciling with someone from the past. It can also be the stopping to smell the roses kind of card. the childhood kind of card in terms of looking back and reflecting on your childhood, past memories, beautiful kind of memories, happy memories, reconciling with people that you may have been from your past, from your childhood. So again, family, friends, and home environment. It could also mean a reconciliation in terms of a partnership, a romantic relationship as well, or maybe you've been talking to someone online, or you just met someone and there's a little bit of lull in the communication, and now having had the time to kind of, you know, contemplate things and really think about things, you're kind of reconnecting and starting to talk again. Whatever it is, there's a victorious situation, and you end the month as celebrating with family and friends, okay? There's a group of people there, so there's celebration. So, you know, once you take the time to release things, there is that celebration and that happiness towards the end of the month, okay? So really beautiful energy for you guys. I really hope it resonated. You know, again, there's that theme, like I said, of that kind of tricky energy at the start of the month, and then there's a lot of releasing, and by the end, month's end, there's a lot of happiness there and a lot of progress forward. So again, you are in keeping with the theme that I'm seeing throughout all the signs this month, and that's definitely got a lot to do with the eclipses, I feel. But let's pull you some oracle cards, and then that'll be your reading. So I'm going to do the Moonlogy deck, and then I'm going to do the romance angels. So let's have a little look. Okay, so what does Capricorn need to know for July, please? What does Capricorn need to know? July. Okay, that was quick. Yeah, okay, so very important. This links in with the reading that we just had, okay, where I was saying that you need to take time to connect within and process all this shit that you've been going through recently, okay? Whatever that is, because it says you and your loved ones are safe, okay? So if this has got to do with situations that have dealt with your family, your friends, or you or your home environment, and you've been going through that shit, just know that your family and friends are safe. So it is safe for you to release these things now. Allow yourself to let go, go with the flow, and move forward, okay? Move forward to this, okay? Take that leap of faith, all right? So yeah, very mirroring energies there. Okay, and last but not least, let's do the romance angels. So, what's going on for Capricorn in love? Okay, cool. What does Capricorn need to know for July, please? What does Capricorn need to know? Okay, I'm going to take that third one too because it wants to pop out. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so like I was saying, you need to release these. Don't cover them up, because it's saying pay attention to the red flags. Okay, pay attention to your red flags that you may be putting and placing in your own life. Okay, that's not going to serve you. Don't cover it up. Process it, work through it. Yeah, the signs are cautioning you. Pay attention to your red flags is what I would say. Okay, pay attention to your red flags. Then, what was I saying to you about nurturing yourself, okay? Going within, taking time to connect with your intuition and nurture yourself. You got to love yourself first, okay? Love yourself first. And that's definitely in keeping with the Cancer themes of nurturing, okay? So your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, okay? So yeah, love yourself first, because putting yourself first and gathering that kind of love for yourself first is only going to then make you more alluring and more kind of like, more alluring for other people too. People are going to feed off that energy. And then after you do that, once you start to love yourself first and you pay attention to your red flags, you clear out your kind of closet, it says very soon. Okay, so very soon. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, so by month's end, if you are paying attention to the red flags, yeah, you're clearing out your karma, you're clearing out all the shit from the past, and then you're allowing yourself to nurture by loving yourself first, that very soon, that new kind of abundance is coming in, okay? That new abundance in the form of this Ace of Wands is coming in, okay? But you need to take that leap of faith, having taken the time within. Okay, so yeah, very, very much mirroring energies from the Oracle cards there to support the reading. So like I said, a little bit of trickster energy at the start of the month, guys, but by month's end, if you're really kind of putting the time in to release those kind of issues and that shit from the past, it's really serving you well, and you're able to kind of move forward in a positive light towards the end of this month. So I really hope that it resonated for you guys. I hope you take the time to be able to do this month and really release all these things. If you haven't, please please share, like, and subscribe. Leave me a comment below if you would like to, and let me know how it resonated. And I will be back with you in August. Also, guys, a few things. I have set up some merchandise now for Mother Moon Tarot. So if you're interested and you want to have a little look at that, or possibly buy any of that, the link for it is in the description box below. So you can click that and it'll take you straight to the website. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful July. I love you very much, and I will see you all again in August. Okay, bye. Bye.